Assalamu alaikum. I am Khadija Khan from Center for Global and Strategic Studies, Islamabad, and you are watching CGSS Bulletin. Dear audience, the Republic of Uzbekistan gained independence on 1st of September 1991 and since then has been on a rapid path towards modernization. Today I have the immense pleasure of meeting and speaking with His Excellency Furqat Sidikov, the Ambassador of the Republic of Uzbekistan to Pakistan. Thank you, Excellency, for joining us today.
Assalamu alaikum. It's a great honor and pleasure to have you here at my embassy. Welcome to Uzbek Embassy.
Excellency, before we start discussing the bilateral relationship between Pakistan and Uzbekistan, I would request you to please tell us a bit about the rich history of Uzbekistan and the steps taken by your leadership to bring Uzbekistan to a successful level country today.
Thanks so much. Right now that on the leadership of President of Uzbekistan, His Excellency Furqat, in Uzbekistan, we're witnessing the huge social economic reforms which are helping to Uzbekistan bring to the new level of development. As you know that we got independence on 1991 on September 1st, but according to the World Bank and other international financial institute, Uzbekistan economy most rapidly growing economy right now in the region. And Uzbekistan among the top 5 countries, safe countries in the world, which are a very good destination to tourism. As you know that Uzbekistan is land of greatest scholars, Islamic scholars, and we are calling Central Asian Renaissance period. We have a very excellent, ancient, and at the same time young cities like Tashkent, Samarkand, Bukhara, Khiva. And Uzbekistan was blessed to have these scholars like Imam al-Bukhari, Imam al-Tirmidhi, Bahauddin Naqshbandi, Al-Abid Sina, greatest commander and emperor Amr Timur, and land of modern algebra, the Al-Harazmi. He used to work in Harazm. So now Uzbekistan among the rapidly growing countries, and Alhamdulillah, we have our own strategy to how to bring our country to new level, and on the leadership of President Shavkat Mirziyoyev. As you know that right now Uzbekistan has its own automobile industry. We are producing jeeps, sedan cars, and we are producing heavy truck mans. And Uzbekistan among the first countries which have automobile industry in the region. And as you know that Uzbekistan, one of the best in the world on agricultural machinery, especially on cotton processing. Alhamdulillah, we are now working with Pakistan on this level. So we have a big potential to work together between Pakistan and Uzbekistan on modernization of agriculture sector. And again, the one other sector which are now dynamically increasing, developing in Uzbekistan is touristic industry. So even this area, Uzbekistan and Pakistan has a big potential to work together.
Excellency, how long have you been the ambassador of Uzbekistan to Pakistan?
Alhamdulillah, I am already 3 years here, but time is fast, and it looks like that I just came yesterday. So I'm enjoying in Pakistan. As you know that we're sharing the same culture, same family values, same traditions. So I'm feeling myself at my home. As you know that we share the same history, same religion, and same traditions. For example, that Uzbek language and Urdu, we sharing more than 5,000 same words. For us is understanding Urdu, and again that, as you know, great Emperor Zakhruddin Muhammad Babur was born in Anjan, and here I can see a lot of Baburi's heritage in Lahore and Islamabad, elsewhere. At the same time, the greatest scholars like Imam al-Bukhari, Imam al-Tirmidhi, our common heritage. I'm enjoying talking to Pakistani people in different areas. Everyone, when I'm saying about Uzbekistan, they're immediately saying Samarkand, Bukhara, we would like to go to Samarkand, Bukhara. Yes, public relations, I think it's very important. It will help us to increase our relationship on different level. And again, I'm 3 years already in Pakistan. I can see that Pakistan is rich for culture. Pakistan is colorful for culture. So I think the Uzbeks have to start paying visit to Pakistan, and we'll have to have more cultural program between two countries.
During your time here, Excellency, what key priority areas have you seen between the relationship of Pakistan and Uzbekistan, and where is this relationship going?
Alhamdulillah, we have with Pakistan excellent relationship. We have the same approach on regional issues. and we have the same approach on international institutions, and we are cooperating very well on bilateral level and multilateral level, including ACO and the UN structures. You know, Uzbekistan and Pakistan has the same approach about bring the stability in region. We're acknowledging the role of Pakistan in providing security, regional security, and of course combat against the terrorism. We very well working with Pakistan. Just this year we had a bilateral visit, more than 10 bilateral visits on different levels, including the Foreign Minister of Uzbekistan, His Excellency Abdullah Kamil, two-time pay visit to Pakistan. And right now, one of the first priority of Uzbek-Pakistan relationship is increasing trade, bilateral trade, and the business-to-business relationship. In this case, I would like to share some numbers about our new level of bilateral trade. This year we got some kind of historical numbers, because first time in our history, our trade turnover now more than $90 million. Yes, it's first time, and it's very good numbers. And according our prognosis, coming 3 or 5 years, our trade turnover between Pakistan and Uzbekistan could be more than $300 million. Now, the biggest interest of Pakistan businessmen to make business with Uzbekistan. Just only this year, we signed investment agreements with Pakistan businessmen for more than $35 million. And this year, we opened in Uzbekistan 25 joint venture with the Pakistan investment. I think that's very good. It's new dynamic in our relationship. Again, as you know, that we resumed flights on 2017 Lahore, Tashkent, Lahore. This year, more than 15,000 Pakistani citizens use Uzbek Airways to travel around the world, and we have 5,000 tourists to Uzbekistan. It's new dynamic. Even the touristic flow growing from Pakistan to Uzbekistan. I think that bilateral trade is very important because trade could be blood of our relationship. And now I am very happy that I can see interest from Uzbek businessmen to pay visit to Pakistan. Recently, we have some visit of BNB Group, one of the biggest Uzbek company. And interesting that young businessmen, they would like to have business with Pakistan. I think that we have a new opportunity and unlocked potential. Work on it. We are ready to work with Pakistan on, open the joint venture in Pakistan. We are ready to produce Uzbek agricultural machinery with Pakistan. We are ready to work with Pakistan on IT technology. We are mostly interested. In Uzbekistan, we have more than 14 free trade zones, economic zones, 7 of them especially for pharmaceutical industry. Right. Now we are interested to work with Pakistan on pharmaceutical industry. We would like to invite pharmaceutical companies of Pakistan to open the joint venture in Uzbekistan and work with us together. And we are very interested to work on textile industry. As you know, that Uzbekistan, one of the biggest importer of the cotton and so-called long young cotton of Uzbekistan, cotton is famous even in the Pakistan.
Known as white gold of Uzbekistan.
Yes, we already exported to Pakistan cotton yarn more than for $50 million. Now we're offering to Pakistan companies to come to Uzbekistan to have access to Uzbek cotton and start producing jointly with Uzbek companies very high quality textile production. So I can, list is big. I can offer you a lot of things, but main interesting things, the main changing of this year that now we can see huge interest from both sides to make, beneficial, mutually beneficial business between two countries.
You mentioned business and trade opportunities. So what about young entrepreneurs? As a young entrepreneur myself, I'm very interested in knowing that what opportunities are there for young people in Uzbekistan and for regional investors as well?
They think that Uzbekistan population is more than 32 million people right now, and more than 60% of population are under 30 years old. Our president, His Excellency Furqat, he is paying very important attention to support youth, especially support businessmen, youth businessmen in Uzbekistan. Right. For that, he's initiated the creating in Uzbekistan, establishment in Uzbekistan, the special organization, Youth Union. This union is main of the task of this union to support youth, not only cultural or education level, more important to help them to create business, medium business. And now in Uzbekistan we can see boom of business, small and medium business which are running by youth. Of course, here in Pakistan, I can see the many young people, ladies and boys, they have a very good business in Pakistan, right, especially on IT technology trade. So I think that it's one of the very promising area where we can work together, and we can invite Pakistani youth businessmen, young businessmen to Uzbekistan, and invite Uzbek businessmen to Pakistan. Just recently we with the CGSS and the Uzbek Business Council, we had a unique, first time in our history, a unique conference just yesterday. Right. It was a video conference between Uzbek businessmen and Pakistan businessmen. So taking opportunity, maybe I would like to suggest to CGSS and the Uzbek Business Council to organize video conference between youth of Uzbekistan and Pakistan. I think it will be very nice.
I heard that this video conference was very successful. There was one of the largest business group of Uzbekistan, BMB Trade. Yes. Their representatives visited here in Pakistan as well. Does that mean that the Pakistani market is attractive for the Uzbek business investors right now?
Yes. We are considering Pakistan as our main partner in the region. Now we consider Pakistan market as a very attractive market. 200 million market. It's it's promising market, and now Uzbekistan economy growing. We one of the country in the region which are becoming. We have a lot of productions. We have trucks, agricultural machineries. We have a textile industry, and these are demanded in Pakistan. As you know, I can share with you an interesting thing that only this year, Pakistan among the top 5 countries of Uzbekistan which exporting Uzbek fruits and agricultural different productions, including the dry fruits, other things. So it means that there is big potential. Of course, last year and this year we can see interest from Uzbek businessmen, biggest Uzbek companies to make business with Pakistan. Just recently, one of the biggest Uzbek company, BMB Group, visited to Uzbekistan. Right. We had an excellent visit to Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce, Lamat Chamber of Commerce, and of course, we pay a visit to our main partner in Pakistan, Pakistan Uzbek Business Council. Mm-hmm. And taking this opportunity, I'd like to say thank you to the leadership of Uzbekistan Pakistan Business Council, Mr. Sarmat Ali, and others, and CGSS to helping us to organize this very fruitful visit. The leadership of BMB Group, they said that before coming, they had a huge expectation after visit to Pakistan, after this meeting. They said that the expectation was more now, and they're now planning to establish a special roadmap to work with Pakistan, and they're interested to make some investment to Pakistan. As already mentioned, that we are ready to open joint venture in Pakistan. Uzbekistan very good on agricultural machinery, building materials, cable production, and now we are working on to exchange the agreement with the stock exchanges of Pakistan and Uzbekistan. I am sure that next year will be more successful for us than this year.
You mentioned Uzbekistan-Pakistan Business Council. What exactly is this council? When was it formed? And how is it different from other business forums that exist? When I already attended as ambassador, I paying very important attention to increase business-to-business relations with Pakistan and Uzbekistan. And that's why we come to the decision that we need some kind of business structure here, right, which could help to Uzbek businessmen, Pakistan businessmen, to increase bilateral business relations with two countries, direct bilateral relations. Right. So in this case, this year in the April, by initiative of Embassy of Uzbekistan and the Global Strategic Studies, yes, we initiated this business council. And the president of business council, one of the famous and very well-known Pakistani businessman, Mr. Sarmat Ali Saab, we established this business council. We just established this business council in April of this year, but we already done a lot of good job, and we already done more than 15 activities, right, different conferences, different round tables, and we organized together approximately 5 visits to Uzbekistan and more than 7 visits to Pakistan. Especially, with the Business Council, now I would like to say thank you to Business Council. Business Council organized the visit of the Silk Bank and the Imam Bank of Pakistan to Uzbekistan. Inshallah, the coming next month, this bank will open own branch in Uzbekistan. Right. Now, we're working with the Business Council. Business Council is ready to open credit line for Pakistani businessmen who would like to make business with Uzbekistan. I think it's a very important step to support bilateral business.
Now we will open the Office of Business Council in Karachi. Inauguration ceremony will be held in November 26 in Karachi. Then next year, we are now working on it. Inshallah, next year we will try to open the one flight from Karachi to Tashkent.
Excellency, Uzbekistan is a double landlocked nation, double landlocked country. So please tell me a bit about the foreign policy of Uzbekistan, especially in context of regional connectivity.
It's a very good question, and you know, already I mentioned that the President of Uzbekistan, His Excellency Furqat Mirziyoyev, now he's conducting very pragmatic foreign policy, open door foreign policy, and during the last year, you know, he visited to all neighboring countries. And now our strategy to make a good neighborhood in Central Asia. And during his visit to Kazakhstan, to Tajikistan, to Kyrgyzstan, we, you know, can manage to solve all problems which we had before. And it helped us to now, you know, because of foreign policy of His Excellency Furqat Mirziyoyev, dynamic in the region changed, and we have new Central Asia. For example, by initiative of His Excellency Furqat Mirziyoyev, this year in Astana we had a meeting of the leader of Central Asia. Next year this meeting will be held in Uzbekistan in Samarkand. Because of this new dynamic in the region, I can share with some numbers with you that only from our trade with neighboring countries, with Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, is you know, increased more than from 30%, even with some countries for 60%. Only tourists from Tajikistan came to Uzbekistan, more than 300,000 people, tourists came from Tajikistan to Uzbekistan. And our trade with neighboring countries are increasing. One of the main priority and good initiative of the President of Uzbekistan was about Afghanistan. On 2017 March, we had a special conference on Afghanistan, organized by initiative of President of Uzbekistan, His Excellency Furqat Mirziyoyev. I would like to help to Pakistan, to Afghanistan, our neighbor country, together to bring stability and sustainable stability in Afghanistan. You know, as you know, you're right, we're a double-landlocked country, so for us getting access to the ocean, these logistic issues are very important. That's why, you know, on November 1st, Foreign Minister of Uzbekistan, His Excellency Mr. Kamil paid visit to Pakistan, and we discussed with the Pakistan government, with the Prime Minister of Pakistan, His Excellency Imran Khan Saab, very important issues. For example, we offered to Pakistan to sign trilateral agreement between Uzbekistan, Pakistan, and Afghanistan, agreement on creating the special commission on trade, business, and logistic issues. Right. And more important, we offered to build railways from Uzbekistan through Afghanistan to Pakistan. And I would like to say thank you to the government of Pakistan, His Excellency Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan Saab, and Foreign Minister of Pakistan for supporting this idea. Inshallah, we will start new project. It's a mega project which could change, you know, geopolitical environment of Central Asia in the region. Because of these railways, Pakistan could become international hub, which help to Central Asian countries to connect Central Asia with South Asia and the Middle East, and Uzbekistan could help to Pakistan connected with Central Asia and Russia and European countries. I think that's a very good project, and Pakistan would like to with us to make this project together.
Speaking of regional connectivity, what has Uzbekistan's role been in Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and what implications does this have for Pakistan?
Yeah, you know, as you know, that Uzbekistan one of the founder of Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and Uzbekistan a very active member of this organization. By initiative of Uzbekistan, many new projects was adopted by Shanghai organization. Uzbekistan, again, they're paying more attention to increase economic relations between the members of Shanghai Cooperation. You know, regarding this, I would like to say that on 2016, during the summit of Shanghai Cooperation Organization in Tashkent, main important document which opened the access of Pakistan to Shanghai Organization was signed. Yes. You know, Tashkent almost played a very important role in history of Pakistan. We know that on 1966 in Tashkent was signed so very famous Tashkent Declaration. Yes. And 2016 the very important document which start access process of Pakistan to to Shanghai organization was signed. And again, at the moment I'm showing that Uzbekistan and Pakistan has very long-term history, and I think that we not only have long-term history, I think we have long-term future together. And Shanghai organization could be very important platform to work together to solve regional issues. It could be security issues, and as you know, in Tashkent we have a very important structure of Shanghai organization. It's so-called RATS. It's a counter-terrorist center, and it's very important structure of this organization. Again, and as you know, that Uzbekistan in the middle of Central Asia, we have a neighboring country. We have a neighbor with all our neighboring country, and Uzbekistan could play a very important role on this structure. And we are ready to work with Pakistan on bilateral level, even in the multilateral level, including in this organization.
Excellency, you mentioned tourism in Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan is known for its magnificent sites, beautiful architecture and beautiful people. So why should people of Pakistan visit Uzbekistan? And what about the visa regimes?
Yes, thanks so much. Now we have a special strategy which help us to increase touristic flow from foreign countries to Uzbekistan. And the touristic sector could be one of the biggest part of Uzbek economy. And as you mentioned that, yes, Uzbekistan, let's say Uzbekistan touristic mecca for everyone, especially for Muslim brothers, because in Uzbekistan we have very famous cities like Samarkand, Bukhara. It's one famous city around the world, and especially for Islamic countries like Pakistan. For supporting the tourism to Uzbekistan, President of Excellency Furqat Mirziyoyev has special degrees which help to creating special conditions for foreign tourists. Especially now we attracting foreign investors to pay visit to Uzbekistan and start business in Uzbekistan, to make investment to touristic sector of Uzbekistan. In this case, I would like to say that now we are working with some of very famous Pakistani brands like Hashu Group and Serena to organize their visit to Uzbekistan to establish some business in Uzbekistan. Again, I just would like to share with you a very interesting format which Uzbekistan done first among the Central Asian countries. Just this month, one of the famous Pakistani blogger, founder of the Qasim Ali Shah Fund, Mr. Qasim Ali Shah, visited to Uzbekistan, and he was nominated as Ambassador of Tourism of Uzbekistan to Pakistan. So it's new format to promote tourism between two countries. Again, we are now establishing new project with Pakistan. We are offering Ziyarat tourism to Uzbekistan. Ziyarat tourism is very important. For example, that as you know that in Uzbekistan we have already I mentioned about Samarkand and Bukhara. For example, during the visit to Uzbekistan, Pakistani tourists can see the Quran of Hazrat Usman in Tashkent. Then they can by bullet train travel from Tashkent to Samarkand. And Samarkand and Bukhara, they're very beautiful cities, but at the same time in Samarkand, they can pay visit to Mazar of Imam al-Bukhari, Mazar of Hazrat Danyor. Pilgrim tourism, yes. Right. And then from Samarkand, again by bullet train, you can go to Bukhara. In Bukhara, we will offer you to see the so-called 7 piers of not 7 piers of the Bukhara, like including Bahauddin Naqshbandi, Ghizdwani, others. So we know that in Pakistan you have more than 10 million Naqshbandis. So it's very good to organize a visit. Just this month we organized more than 45 piers and Hadith Ulam from Pakistan. As I know that we resumed flights from Lahore, Tashkent by Uzbek Airways. Last year more than 4,000 tourists paid visit to Uzbekistan from Pakistan. But now we can see the increasing tourist flow from Pakistan. For example, this year we already have approximately 6,000 tourists which pay to Uzbekistan already. And then regarding that, now we're thinking about to increase number of flights from Lahore to Tashkent, and inshallah we're working on it. We will start flying from one flight from Karachi, maybe one flight from the Islamabad. So we are interested to increase touristic relations with Pakistan and Uzbekistan. I already mentioned that just last month we organized a visit of 42 peers and Hadith Ulam from Pakistan to Uzbekistan that have seen Samarkand, Bukhara, and the good thing that they had a meeting with the counterpartners, with the Islamic University and the Islamic Academy of Tashkent. They paid to Imam al-Bukhari Center in Uzbekistan, and it showed that there's a huge field for cooperation on it. As you know, that in Uzbekistan, by initiative of President of Uzbekistan, His Excellency Furqat, we established Hadith Center in Uzbekistan, Islamic Civilization Center in Tashkent, and inshallah very soon we will open the Imam al-Bukhari Research Center, International Research Center in Samarkand. So this could be a very good platform to not only increasing the ziyarat tourism between two countries, but at the same time start common and joint researches between two countries. Again, inshallah, next year in the January we will organize visit of the Minister of Religious, Federal Minister of Religious of Pakistan to Uzbekistan, where we will sign the roadmap between Pakistan and Uzbekistan on ziyarat tourism.
Excellency, since the past 2 years, your embassy has been collaborating with Center for Global and Strategic Studies. What are your comments on the efforts of Center for Global and Strategic Studies in regional connectivity?
No, I think that CGSS, first of all, I would like to say thank you to CGSS and leadership of CGSS. Because CGSS become bridge between Pakistan and Central Asia, especially between Uzbekistan and Pakistan. I can tell you interesting thing that first foreign visit of CGSS was into Uzbekistan on 2018 when Mr. President of CGSS, Jeffrey Sov, paid a visit to Samarkand. We held the international conference on regional issues in Samarkand. Just only this year with CGSS, we organized more than 12 conferences and different activities. CGSS become a bridge which help us not only increase bilateral relationship, but the interesting thing that the CGSS start working together with the think tanks. And just this year in April, we signed agreement between Institute of Strategic Studies of Uzbekistan and CGSS, very important agreements, exchanging the scholars, making some studies and having some kind of projects. This are becoming very successful, and Uzbek think tanks, they're saying that it's very good cooperation. And again, with CGSS, we signed another agreement. Just recently, the BNB group paid a visit to Uzbekistan. They signed a memorandum of understanding on cooperation, including the marketing of the both countries, right. Making marketing researches, improving their business-to-business relationship, helping to businessmen. As you know, that there's one big issue which we have to solve between Pakistan and Central Asia, between Pakistan and Uzbekistan. It's, I think, the lack of information. We can see that Pakistani businessmen and Uzbekistan businessmen, they are now interested to know more about each other. In this case, this kind of structures like CGSS, they could help to provide businessmen, Uzbek businessmen and Pakistan businessmen with information about the economic potential of Uzbekistan and the economic potential of Pakistan. And actually, this visit of BNB group of Uzbekistan to Pakistan, meeting at the CGSS and the meeting with the Uzbek Business Council, want to prove that CGSS could be, let's say, very important structure of developing business-to-business relation between two countries.
Thank you, Excellency, for speaking with us today. It was truly an honor to have you here. Dear viewers, I hope that today's session was very informative for you. Pakistan attaches great significance to its relationship with Central Asian republics, particularly Uzbekistan. And today, I hope that we all understood and learned more about the bilateral relationship between Uzbekistan and Pakistan. Thank you once again. Allah Hafiz.